Hello neighbors, during the last 2 weeks, I dropped 2 kilos. That's around 4 pounds. And I think the big reason is because I've been eating the same thing. I've been eating these plates for dinner. I wanted to share you some of the recipes. The theme is low carbs, but also small portions. So let's get creative together and lose a few kilos, some pounds, crank that back. So a few videos back in the shrimp salad pasta video, I introduced this huge piece of kale. You guys told me that this thing is actually collard greens, and you were right. Apparently in Korea, they usually call collard greens kale because they come from the same family. I've had this at American barbecue restaurants, along with some mac and cheese, some nice collard greens, but they've always been, cooked. I think it tastes absolutely delicious, fresh like this. Roll it up, don't smoke it. I like the crunch of the stem too, so I like to just chop in a little bit of the pieces. During the last 2 weeks, I think I've had at least 20 of these leaves. It's good and it fills you up. All right, and for the salad dressing, I'm gonna do the same recipe from the shrimp salad pasta. Best of all, there's no fatty things in it, so very nice. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of vinegar. This is what gives that tartness. 1 tablespoon of honey, and a lot better than using, white sugar. This is all natural. Then 1 tablespoon of meshil. Meshil is Korean plum extract. This is what gives the sauce that full-bodied flavor. Then 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1 clove of garlic, a sprinkle of salt, and some black pepper. Good. Give this a little taste. It's beautiful. I love it. A few cherry tomatoes. All right. Drop a little bit of feta cheese in here. And then we're gonna add the sauce right before we eat. So I'll set this aside. And do you guys remember sundubu? That's that really spicy tofu soup. We're gonna use silken tofu. So this is like extra soft, like bloop, 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 bloop. It tastes very good raw with just a little bit of soy sauce. But remember that salad dressing? That one is soy sauce based. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that extra sauce over the top for this. Put a few paper towels down. We can soak up some of the extra water and try to use scissors. Again, I'm just opening it like this to make the presentation pretty, but to be honest, you can just cut it straight down the middle with the knife. Pretend like it's mozzarella cheese. You can make beautiful, like small rounds like that. I think half a tube is good for one person. All right, and good execution there. I'm gonna say the rest for dinner. This has been one of those vegetables that I've been cooking since college. For me, it's all about like speed and quickness. Like I don't wanna spend 10 minutes making a marinade. Take off their horns, as well as their booties off. And then we have our most used ingredient, that spring onion. When you make any stir fry, if you cut some of this up and let it dance in the oil, it flavors it. It just sets the base. A few pieces of garlic. All right, and in my pantry, I always have some dried chili peppers. You can use any dried red chili peppers. These are Thai chili peppers, pretty hot. Or you can use the Pizza Hut kind, those crushed red peppers. All right, and then I want to introduce yeondu. It's a vegetable essence that's made from fermenting soybeans. And then they add other fresh ingredients. It's simply perfect for stir fries. So normally when I saw my mom using this, she made it for like miyeokguk, which is the seaweed soup. And when you taste soups or stews and taste a little bit bland, you add a drop of this like umami. But I like to use it for vegetable stir fries. Plus this yellow one is gluten-free. If you want to try it out, we do have it on gochujang. Otherwise, find it at your local mart. Get a little bit of oil in. We'll add in our spring onions. And once you see that oil dancing within the rings there, hit it with the garlic pieces, a little bit of salt to bring out the flavor. All right, then put in those green beans. Mix it up. Just let them be. I want them to get a little bit crispy on one side. After about 1 minute, flip them over. Guys, if you see that your garlic is browning too fast, you can put it on top of your boat, but mine are good for now. All right, now you see a little bit of blistering on the green beans. At this point, I like to put in my chili peppers. Break them in. And then the key part, we're going to add a little bit of this vegetable essence, infuse the flavor while steaming it. And there it is. Crispy garlic, crispy green beans, and it's just delicious banchan. These are lean cuts of shabu shabu pork. I usually don't add any more sauce to this because all the other stuff is well seasoned. Let me get some of that leftover stuff off. All right, and I like to just do like 100 grams. Just a little bit of salt and black pepper. You can see the juice coming out of the meat. All right, once you get a little bit of a crisp on them. Perfect, perfect. And the most important part, of course, is portion controlling. I like to use the lower leaves for protein. So I got the silken tofu on one side. Let's add some other greens to the stems. Okay, guys, and of course, save the leftovers for another plate or for dinner, which is what I usually do. And where I would like some rice instead, I fill it up with some protein, beautifully grilled. And now back to our collard greens. Make sure you give your sauce a good mix so it reincorporates again. Mix this up. I just garnish with a little bit of more feta cheese on top. And then the last piece up here, something so healthy that it keeps the doctor away, the all too famous apple, sagwa. And right before you eat, you can add a little bit of soy sauce over the top. We have our little soy sauce mixture. Add a little bit of green onions if you like. All right, bada bing, bada bang. We're good. So last week I ate this meal about 5 times for dinner. Does it come out looking this beautiful? No, this is the first time it looks this beautiful on a plate. Usually the tofu looks like a bomb has gone off. The collard green salad rarely has any tomatoes. So this is a little bit extra, but you get the point. So using this silken tofu instead of rice, I think that's helping me a lot. And then just these 3, it gives me clean energy. I don't feel like heavy after the meal, which makes me want to exercise more at night. And I think something is working here. So treat this like your rice. Get some extra sauce on. Get a little piece of meat. And then the green beans. I think more than anything, these green beans are killing it. This is something special. It tastes like how it did last week. So I reckon that you join me and we drop a few kilos together. You can mix and match any of the banchans with whatever you like. And let's live a little bit lighter. All right?